What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com, and welcome to your morning Friday jolt that you'll need to get into the weekend and hopefully have a phenomenal next week. And we are the app marketing channel that's going to really break down what's working in the app space, give you all the knowledge you'll need to grow your app downloads and your revenues. And I think the big theme of 2023 and then going into 2024 is all about AI. And we've got an expert with AI to help us tell us what are the best tools to help supercharge our marketing and, make marketing better. And what I've heard, we'll bring her in a little bit too, is that humans with AI tends to be the best combination. So you can't fully automate it, but having some human element and using AI to help leverage our own human brains is the best way to go. So without further ado, let's bring in Reut. That was loud. Reut, sorry.
I know. I didn't expect it to be.
I didn't expect it to be that loud too. I told my team to lower it. I apologize. No comments. I will fix it. I apologize. So
But I appreciate the effort.
My God. All right. I should have somebody on my team actually watching so they can actually see the impact of this. But anyways, Reut, I was so drawn off by the loud noise. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
I want to say hi to a few people. Kevin, week in, week out. Good to see you, brother. And then we got Ricardo is here. Luis, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for saying Venezuela. I always get it wrong. App Buster is here. Hey, Steve, love your videos. Love you, App Buster. David's here. Nurex is here as well. Miguel Pascal from LinkedIn. Okay, sometimes. Then we got more people saying hi. So good to see you guys here too.
Hi,
and then Nurex, we got your question as well. But let's start it off, Reut. What are your let's start with maybe like the engagement, or maybe let's start with the ads side of things. For me, I feel like ads and engagement are the ways that we're internally using AI. But what are some of your favorite tools, or how do you think, AI will sort of impact ad campaigns? Let's start off with that first.
So let's start with, first of all, I think that AI can help any business, speed up the process to bring any product to the user's hands faster and more efficiently. So first of all, I think any business should really look out for the right opportunities to integrate AI in their business. So if we're talking about what kind of needs your business have in order to integrate AI, right? You need to look at what is the problem you're trying to solve, first of all, your budget, how much hands-on you want to be, and what's your style? Like, what do you like better? So can you see me? Can you hear me, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Sorry, I was telling my team, lower that volume.
I was like lost you for a second.
You're the star, so I just made you this. You're
great,
front center.
Great. Sorry. So when we're talking about the needs, right, there's two ways to look at it. First of all, are you looking for something to support your business, to establish it? Mm-hmm. Or are you looking to integrate something inside of the app, inside of your product? As we said, push notification, ads, promotion copy. So, and in my background, I'm a product leader. I work very close with design and marketing and translation people and engineers. And there's a lot of copywriting. Yeah. And there's a lot of back and forth about approval. And sometimes it takes days. I don't know, you're in the app business. It always like, who writes the copy first? Who is in charge of it? How should we write it? It should be more spiced up or not. There's a lot of ways to look at it. And I think that's where AI can really help when we're talking about in-app support. There's always like the assistants as well. We're looking at about a lot of assistant support. They're becoming more and more human, more friendly, right? Less robotic. So that's always nice and good. And I tried a few different tools regarding ads and promotion. First of all, I think everybody knows ChatGPT and Bart from Google that always can help us write nice promotion and push notification. You can really try and different prompts in order to get to the right style that you like. There's You can say like, I want like a Christmas theme, right? I want to have more engagement tone to it. I want it to have more Gen Z tone to it, because that's the target of my users right now. So really trying different possibilities and different prompts as you go along. So those are the first two. I tried also something that's called an app called Shortly AI. I don't know if anybody knows them. They do another integration with GPT-3 for
What was
content
it called
generation.
for you?
It's
Shortly?
Shortly AI, yeah, and they
Shortly.
help with content creation and with the writing process. Another really, really great tool that I was really like blown away by it, to be honest, from a marketing perspective, is Copy AI. When
Mm,
they have actually one free seat subscription, they have prompt template, they have an amazing onboarding, that kind of gives you a feel of customizing your experience and exactly what you're looking for. And they have a marketing OS pages as well. So I tried all kind of different prompts over there. Like I tried to do, give me like 10, I wanted to do like promotion for Google Ads, right? So you put the subject in, what do you want to promote? And they give you like 10 different possibilities for your Google Ads according to the Google guidelines. I like the style, I like their UI, very straightforward. So I really recommend really drilling into that one if you're into marketing and you want to push any kind of promotions out, and you're not really savvy about like Google ads or Facebook ads. Sometimes you really need to, well, in the past, you really needed to be an expert to do all
right.
that, or hire somebody to do that. But now you have all these amazing tools all integrated into one space. Um, so from a marketing perspective, I really, really recommend that tool, checking that out. There's also Canva, which is very popular out
I
there.
love Canva. Yeah.
Canva is just amazing for any kind of use that you need. If it's presentation, they have AI utilized for visual content and image generator.
Yep.
They have templates and design suggestions based on the user experience. They have a free subscriptions as well. Most of those tools have like a free subscription, but also have a pro kind of like option if you want to go uh, more in depth.
Yep.
Uh, so, like for women in AI, I really tried to do something. I needed to get an image and make it like circular, very straightforward thing. I'm like, oh my God, how do I do that? I just went to Canva, I popped that image in, I'm like, crop it and save it. It was seriously 2 seconds
I
to
love
do.
it.
So, all those things that usually takes marketing and design a lot of time, right? Now you don't even need to approach people. You can problem solve it yourself.
I like it.
So I really, really recommend that. That's regarding like prompts, post notifications, social ads. I know that Copy AI also have like different kind of other third-party tool integrated in them. So it's all about, do you have enough budget for it? What are you trying to solve? And just finding the right tool. Working also with design, a lot of times, there's a lot of image generation tool.
Yeah.
And we have Midjourney out there that probably a lot of people are trying out. We have Dolly. Canva is also a big one of them. Wix have it as well. It's just all over the board. You just need to find the right use for your needs, what you're trying to solve inside of your app. And I say to everyone that I talk to, just try it.
Yeah.
Most of them are free. Just play with it and see what kind of tool drawn you the best. Like for me, I really liked well, I'm jumping into that other group of supporting your business when me and my co-founder, which I think you know, Jenny Pollack and
Yeah.
Lana Dubinsky, when we founded Women in AI, we wanted everything to be generated by AI. Like we wanted to be hands off as we can. I'm like, that's what we're promoting. That's what we're trying to push. And we tried like different kind of website generators. One of them was 10web. They do in WordPress kind of website. They take care of hosting. They have AI Recreate, which I really like. They can put like a website that you really like, a competitive website, or just a website that you like the style of it, and it will create your website similar to that style. So that was a cool feature. I really wasn't drawn to the WordPress. I wanted to be as less hands-on and really wanted to click and go, and that's why I didn't go with that tool. There's also Durable AI. Durable AI is really fantastic. It's like 3 clicks and you have a website basically. They have a CRM, they do copy, they do domain operation, they do all kind of different things. But again, it's all about the style and
I
what
love it.
you find yourself more attracted to.
Yeah.
We
Hey,
decided.
Ray, I'm gonna interrupt a little bit. Sorry.
Oh no, no
I
worries.
didn't do a proper introduction. I was thrown off. So my apologies. Just so
Oh,
you guys know, Ray, she's the founder of Women in AI with Jenny, a friend of ours too, and Lana, who've both been on the podcast. And she's got a long career and a highly accomplished lead product manager with extensive experience in AI, ML, machine learning, for those who aren't familiar, biotech, digital therapeutic, gaming, and augmented reality. And so, really great. And what are you guys doing with Women in AI? Are you just trying to get a community going? Can you tell us a little bit about that, real quick?
definitely. So first of all, in Women in AI, it's a community platform aimed
Yep.
to celebrate and empower women in the digital space of AI, right? So we wanted to bring women together around this subject. We wanted to. We saw that a lot of women are less and less engaged in this domain. And actually, an article from Flex Jobs showed that I think 54 of men are using AI either in their professional or their private life, personal life, but
Right.
only 35% of women are using AI. So we really wanted to tackle that issue and bring women together in any stages of their career, right? If they're students or they're founders or CEOs or venture capital, just bring them together and talk about the opportunities we have. Network with one another, get to know and talk about each other's needs and how can we help each other succeed.
Right.
We have a podcast as well where we talk about with other women how they interact and how AI is impacting their life or their career. And we try to help one another basically.
I love
We
it.
have a website as well, as you shared, womeninai.com. We also have a LinkedIn group, and please join us so we can have fun
Jody's
together.
probably there already. So she said very impressive. Hey, one of the things that I know, I wanted to point out something real quick with data.ai. They changed their name too before, but they did say
Yeah.
that AI was the big one. And then apps were obviously the AI is the big theme of this year. Where, oh man, I had it on my other screen. Okay, I'll pull it up again. But I wanted to show like apps that are actually using AI within their apps are seeing higher growth potential than apps that are not actually leveraging AI in their own apps.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Steve. And let me tell you something from my experience in my career. So previously, I worked at Together Lab, which is a gaming social app that connects user together in a 3D avatar surrounding. And what we did over there, we integrated with Spectrum Lab AI, which they do content moderation for trust and safety. And the problem that they were trying to solve, according to Business Wire and ADC, more than 80% of US gamers have experienced harassment or bullying in some way, right? Um, so, what we're trying to do is moderate and remove toxic content by recognizing the user behavior. So, inside of the 3D room, when we're texting one another, or if there's a voice chat, to really recognize that user behavior and deduct that from the user experience. And the results were fantastic. That was in 2022. I hope they're still doing great because it's such a fantastic team, both Together Lab and Spectrum Lab. And the results were amazing. When you look at retention and ARPU, which is average revenue per user, we saw like 20% higher for users that experience deduction of toxic behavior.
Mm.
So you're using AI by not showing, that toxic behavior to user, and those user give you back their, trust. They're coming to your app more. They're buying more, right? They feel safe enough to spend their money. They choose to stay because this is a safe place. And I remember also listening to your podcast, actually, when you talked I don't remember, I'm sorry, his name, but you talked about an app bullying, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
And they also use AI in order to deduct kind of bullying and really attack that issue in every perspective that we can. So integrating AI inside of your app, if it's an assistant that kind of help also user navigate between the user experience. Sometimes user don't have the time to do the all onboarding tutorial, and if there's just something there to help you guide you as you go along without you asking even for help, can do a lot to your experience, to the user experience, and for their retention as well.
I mean, I'll speak on tactically how we're using AI. Obviously, I think everybody knows. I've used it for coming up with app names. So I'm like, hey, come up with a couple of app names for this app, and then keep it under X amount of characters. I've definitely used it for descriptions, and then what we're really focused on these days is in-app events and trying to really leverage them for not only ASO but for conversions as well, and possibly Apple features. And so I'm trying to push more and more in-app events for a lot of our clients. And I'm using AI to do just that. And I'm trying to figure out the right prompt, right? Because
Right, it's kind of hard to
yeah,
discover the right prompt, but it's so much fun to experience with that. You can use Bart and it will show you one thing. You can use ChatGPT and it shows you a different thing. So you really need to like try and error,
yeah,
but also reiterate. It's so much fun to do, and I really encourage everybody to just try it out.
yeah. Do you have a favorite prompt, or what's your number one way of using AI? Whoa,
Oh, sorry about
yeah, it's okay. We're just having volume problems everywhere, okay,
everywhere
guys?
today.
So
It
we're
started
sorry.
with the AC when we were offline,
Yeah.
and it just kept on going. So my favorite prompt is, like, to be honest, also in my personal life, I use it a lot. Like I use
Okay.
a lot for like congratulations cards and like teacher evaluation stuff that I need to write, or all of these kind of things that
Yeah.
my kid got in trouble with another kid and I wanted to write something really sincere but also politically correct that it will sound good.
Mm,
So I like asked Bart, hey, can you could just write me a short, like, few sentences about like my kid hurting another kid and how can I mitigate that. And it gave me like a short blurb that I really really liked, and I'm like, hey, can you make it like nicer also? And it tweaked it right to
mhm.
in order for to accommodate my ask. So it's really fun to play with those prompts and try it out. In business wise, if I'm writing push notification and just sending it to marketing, right? I'm like, hey, I want to do a push notification for Christmas, promotion that we're having. So it writes me something, I just shoot it to marketing, and they don't even need to think about it,
I
right?
see.
So from ideation to the user's hands, the process is so much shorter now. So
I'll
I
share
really
this.
like it.
I I was like, write marketing copy, and this could be the worst prompt in the world, so don't judge me, okay? But
Okay.
I said, write marketing copy about getting ready for tax season, targeting businesses that include the following headline with the and I have noticed that ChatGPT is not very good with like character limits, but like 30 character limit, 50 character limit, 120 character limit, and it doesn't kind of came up with some stuff. I was like, come up with three
Yeah.
more. And I was like, can you lower this to these many characters? But anyways,
And
this
you
is how we're writing in-app events this way.
right, right. I love that. And also, you know what I like about ChatGPT? If you try maybe one command and not like give it three prompts at the same ask,
Oh,
right? It might do a better job. And try to do the same with Bart and compare the two and try to find the right one for you. That's what I like. Chat GPT and like other tools, it has their disadvantage. It's not perfect. You'll have to learn how to work with it, how to
right.
tweak it accordingly. I know that Chat GPT also like to write in bullet points or numeric numbers, and sometimes you don't want to show something in like bullet points. So you're like, hey, can you write me an app promotion, for an event? Do it as a paragraph. Uh, do it in a certain tone. As specific as you can be. The prompt will be better and will match your style. So that's my advice on
Going
writing
back
prompts and ads.
going back to push notifications, what does your prompt look like? Thinking like as you started talking about that, I was like, think of act like I don't know, act like a action app, but never open the app for the second time. Write me something. I mean, like, how are you writing these push
Yeah.
notifications?
So I take something that was existing from the past, and I'm like, hey, I want to do this kind of promotion or a push notification, but I want to do it for a user that their second time and didn't purchase, and I want it to be, um, 2 sentences long, or and have a certain fun tone to it, right? Try that and see what happens.
Okay.
But it's always better to take something that exists or give it an example to go off from,
Mm,
in order to get a better response.
yeah. Okay. I see. Uh, write the mark copy. All right, we'll come up with that. All right, Nurix has a question. He says, "Here's my first question: voice cloning and video dubbing. My own voice translation to different languages. I think he's trying to build this app idea, and he's
Oh,
like, is it a good idea?
wow, it's an amazing idea. I actually worked in an app. Of course, you have different languages and you need to support, and sometimes you have a 3D tools, and every kind of string you have to put it in the tool, and it takes a long time, and engineering needs to pull out of it. I think we're going to see more and more adoption regarding translation in Google, in Bard, or in Google Translate as time goes by. And until that happens, if you have an idea for that or an app for that, I think you have a good use case for this.
I like it. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm still tweaking
the
my
prompt.
marketing messages. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it great? Even when you're doing like something else, just try it out as you go.
Have you found any like, I've been debating on this, and this is my I treat these Friday live streams as my way to learn and therapy session. And so what we've been really focused on is push notifications and like
Mhm.
an email drip campaign, having a sequence of push notifications like every single day with a specific goal in mind. What have you found, Ray? Have you seen anything work really well from just like a psychology perspective as well?
Um, I think from a user experience, when you try to do push too much, if it's like daily, I think it's overwhelming for the user in some point. So I would really be careful about like trying to do push notification that often. But if you do choose to do that, I would try different kind of tone, especially from the first ones, because if the user didn't disable that push notification and decide to keep them on,
Mm,
you can be more free in your tone and what you're saying as you go, but be more specific in the beginning. Be spot on and try to nail what the user is trying to get and what you're trying to the user to do in
yeah,
those push notification. Yeah.
I like it. All right. Wonders here says there was an ASO tool called Searchman that was good, but now it's gone. Is that shut down or operating new name? I have no idea. I actually knew early on my podcast journey in 2013. I met the founders of Searchman, so I have no idea what's going on, but I haven't kept in touch with them as well. But
Good.
yeah, I mean, I have a lot of tools that I like that in the ASO tool as well. All right. Okay, let's see. AppBuster just asked this. Is there anything on the surface net where we can throw in our desired data? Like, here's 1,000 copies for push notification that worked in the past. Now, can you come up with similar ones? Is that the better way of doing it?
I don't know. I know that AI should be a very great tool to analyze like a big data set of
Yep.
data. I'm not familiar with anything specific to solve that issue that we're asked about, but I think we should ask ChatGPT. Can you put that in ChatGPT and see what kind of response we're gonna get?
We need thousands more, right?
No,
Like, we
no,
need,
asking that question, like copy paste the question.
oh, you want me to copy and paste this specific question?
Yeah,
Ah,
just
I see.
copy paste it and see what it gives us. As
Uh,
simple as that.
okay. Is there anything? I can't copy this,
Okay.
unfortunately.
If there are anything SurfaceNet, we can throw in our desired data, like 1,000 copies of push notification that worked in the past. What kind of tool can I use
Is there anything?
in order to solve it, in order to
Okay.
operate?
I'll let people do it. It's gonna
Okay.
take too long.
Okay.
One thing I want to highlight here is to the one of my favorite ones. A friend of mine showed me this. This might be interesting to some. Let me pull it up without revealing everything that I'm chat GTPing. Where'd it go? Here you go. So I'll give you guys this. Like, act as a market researcher. Okay. Write 10 examples of problem statements couples face when trying to manage their busy calendars in their own words. Each example should be short and concise, starting with the words I need, I wish, and I want. And this was an interesting way of coming up with benefits. And we tested this ad
Mhm.
copy in our Facebook ads. They did okay, but a friend of mine was saying that, hey, he used this similar ad copy. So there's this like problem statements, and then you can do it for your own app. And then when they're trying to blank what a outcome, right, in their own words, and then the I need, I wish, and it does come up with some interesting things that you can use. And so the idea was to sort of force Facebook use these messaging, throw them onto a simple ad, like a Canva placement, and just let Facebook find these users who are resonating with this messaging. So it's a way to like break through and find new audiences using that as well.
How was the results when you were
It
testing?
was okay. We had other like nicer, I guess we have a lot nicer ad creatives that were running at the same time, and those performed better than these ugly, because the premise is to keep it ugly. But maybe I should have done it just all of these without everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like without
I highly
the nice
recommend to
part.
A/B test and double check any AI tool that you're using, right? Don't take it for granted. It's not perfect as we can see, right? So always use A/B testing, double check your tools all the time. And the combination of human and AI is perfect. Don't let AI control it
Yeah,
altogether.
I like it. Well, Rayu, let's get into the app audits section of our show, and we like to start off every app audit with. We didn't do it last week, but we were definitely doing it week in and week on out here. But with some dad jokes. Okay, you're the guest. Do you want to go first, or you want me to
I'll
go
go
first?
I can go first. First of all, a disclosure. All my jokes come from Google Assistant as appropriate to our topic today. So my first one is, what did the football coach said to the vending machine?
What?
Give me my quarterback.
I like it. just listening to it, Ray, you did a nice little dance. Ray, what is a dying programmer's last program?
I don't know.
Goodbye, world. There you go. For all you developers out there, every first program is hello, world. All right. So put S if you thought my joke was better. If you put R if you thought Ray's joke was better. And then we'll play for something. We're meeting up. All right. Jody says, can you write an ebook and have AI make it better, adding in examples, quotes based on the written content? That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
And
The answer
speaking
is
of
yes.
Jody, Jody's got this app that we're going to take a look at that is called, whoops, sorry. I'm trying to get to my other document, but it's called Hire and Fire Your Kids. I want to
love
fire
that.
them all the time.
I want to hire and fire them every day.
Yes. Okay, let's get back into the app itself. All right. She wants onboarding, store presentation, and keyword help. All right, Jody. So I'm going to assume this is like a chores type of app, right? Like, let's look through this. With 4 offers from the hit TV. Oh, great. She was on Dragon's Den, which is like a Shark Tank for Canada.
Oh,
So
nice.
congratulations, Jody. Another friend of mine was on that too. And then it looks like, yeah, it's more of like a chores tracker stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anything from the App Store presence that sticks out to you, Rayu?
I like the colors, but I think the I don't know if it's the perspective where I'm at right now. The logos are really tiny, and I can't really see the meaning of them. That just, but I like it. It's clean.
Yeah. Yeah. So from a keyword perspective, Jody, I don't think you're, and I'm going in the Canada localization. It doesn't look like you're using a subtitle. So you want to throw a subtitle in there. I love the branding, Hire and Fire Your Kids. Obviously, it's not like very keyword heavy, but you do want to go after your primary keywords, which I'm going to assume is like a chores tracker app. And so I'm going to just do Canada since you're in Canada right now. But this is one of my favorite tools called App Follow. They don't pay me for any of this stuff, but you can see like chores tracker in Canada. So there's this app only has number 1 and they're ranking number 1 for chores tracker. So like you should be able to get there pretty quickly, Jody. And then when I hit that little eye icon, what I'm doing is trying to do keyword research and find new keywords that I could probably go after. So it doesn't look like there's a lot of volume in Canada for chores tracker, but you want to do more extensive research. Maybe it's house cleaning schedule, or house cleaning in general has most of the traffic. So now I'll put that in there, and then I'll click the eye again, and I'll try to do more like here. Okay, these guys are the big guys, so cool. They've probably done a good job of ASO. I'm going to click on this little eye icon again and do more keyword research around this. So it looks like chores, house cleaning, chore checklist. These are all keywords that you should be having in your subtitle somewhere. The tool is called appfollow.io. All right. And then from messaging, I tend to lead, and like we've done some A/B tests with some clients, ones that I felt like, and ones that I felt like we're going to actually improve. They've just been kind of like hit or miss. I don't know what you've seen on your end. Like, do you think we should be constantly A/B testing screenshots?
I think once in a while. Yeah.
Okay.
I think your users are growing and changing, and the world is changing, and we're liking and disliking different things in time. I wouldn't do it like every other week, right? But I would try and test and kind of refresh your app once in a while and make it alive, because users like to see that your app is alive. Same with your logo or your Christmas cards, or they want to see that you're alive and changing, and they want to see it like going to the right direction that they like to see as well.
Yeah, I like it. I agree. Once in a while is good enough. Like it shouldn't be every month type of thing. We're thinking like every quarter, just throw it in there. Maybe you can find some new things.
Exactly. A/B test it and try to see if you get more engagement.
All right, let's go into Jody's app. All right. Feel free to jump in anytime, all right?
I actually tried it yesterday.
Oh, nice. Recognition. So I do have data on this, Rayu, and I don't know if you jump in anytime, but we found that if you engage with your audience does help. I talked to Yeva from I'm always gonna give her credit for this, but, like, when you engage with your audience, they feel like you're customizing the app for them, and
Yes.
so yeah, Jody, you might wanna say, like, how many kids do you have? How old are they? What are their names? Get them more engaged with it. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, a tappable kind of onboarding experience will be amazing. Copy AI does it really well as well.
Yeah. Just something to make them feel like you're customizing it, and
Person.
then have
Yeah.
the customization screen right before your paywall, right? It is called app follow. Yes, it is called appfollow.io, people. All right. The all right, we're gonna log in. So the other thing is we have some data on this. One of our clients changes it from sign in to continue with, and we
Let's
saw about a 9% lift in
continue.
signups. So change that. And then I'm gonna continue as a guest. Sorry, Jody. Okay, cool. Anything here that you
No, this is pretty much straightforward.
Jody, I don't know if you have monetization. So just let me know. And I could double check in the app too. Let's do it now. Let's work together. That's what this is. That's what these live streams are. We'll work together.
It's a working
Uh,
session. We're here
yeah,
to
so
serve you.
yeah, there's no monetization, which is fine, right? Like, but you might want to think about that. Right now, I don't see any monetization. The the thing I feel about this is I actually now look, this is one man's opinion. I always want to say that. All right. So don't take my opinion as Bible, but Ray, I feel like you should lead people into what you want them to do. And
Yeah.
right now, I just my perspective, Jody, is like, I don't know where to start and I don't know where to go. And so you know what I'm gonna do is just leave. And I'm like, all right, I'll find the next app because I have no idea what to do right now. And like you're like customized game rules. You see all these things, but if it, you know what I mean? Like have something ready for me that'd be like, hey, here are the fun game rules that have already worked for your kids. Or hey, here are the most popular jobs that kids are going to be doing. Right. So I always think that you should lead people into your home screen and not just make them do work. And so if you're a budgeting app, make them do that first budget or
First
put
one.
that first thing. Yeah. And so that's what I would do.
As part of the onboarding part.
Yes. Yes. Because I'm here and I'm just like, I don't really know what to do. I don't know where to start. And even if it's a checklist, it would help me. Maybe have some fun with it. Like, here are your chores. You should do this first. You should do that first. Do this first. So maybe part of the things that you want me to set up should be a part of the onboarding experience as well. So that way I can feel like I'm ready to rock and ready to go versus just making me do work here. So, and then she said there's some monetization, but I don't know where it is. I can't find it.
Mhm.
But if you have some monetization, the best practice is to show it during the onboarding. And so you don't have that. And I can't, and what you've done right now, Jody, is make it really hard for me to find the monetization. So make sure you make it easy to monetize. Okay. Anything else you want to add on to this app?
Um, yeah, maybe a nice tutorial or,
Mm,
or maybe testimonial at the bottom. This app is great from somebody who used it or anything like that will be great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great. All right, Jody. Hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you got any questions that that we missed. All right. Luke, I think I saw you on Twitter, Luke. Any tips for ASO on a super saturated market grocery list app? Also not ranking for a branded term on Google Play. Uh, you have any tips? You're the guest. I don't want to take over. You're like, why am I here?
ASO expert. I think you know better than that.
So hey, the Luke. So obviously, grocery lists is pretty competitive, but what I would do is, and what we're trying to test right now, so I have no data on this, is really try to find the keyword that has essentially what you do, and try to find something that is a little bit lower in difficulty and go after that keyword. So maybe it's grocery shopping lists, right? And grocery AI or something like that, or grocery app, grocery lists organizer. These are probably better because everybody's going after grocery list, right? Up here. So any list already has shopping lists. So it's going to be make it a little bit harder for you. But that's how I would start operating this. And even my app, where we launched it because I found a keyword that had decent traffic and lower competition, it is the I can't get it to rank as well as I thought I would. So I've moved on to way lower competition, lower traffic keywords, and now those are ranking. And within the first month, and I'll break this down all next week, but we were able to make about $1,000 that first month and about 1,000 in December as well. So it's really like, even with me kind of feeling like I know my stuff, I still, when I actually launched, I wasn't able to rank that keyword very well. And so I've had to like pivot and find the other keywords. But the good thing that I did know was I had like let's say a group of 10 keywords that I knew that had decent traffic and low competition. So I just went after those instead. So that's the way I would do this. Okay. Ray, anything on the AI side that you want to make sure I cover before we go to the next app audit? Anything I
On the
missed
AI
from
side,
the
I
doc?
don't know. Just like our experience with women in AI, creating everything from scratch within AI. If it's
That's
our
crazy.
logo with Brand Crowd, if it's our website with Wix,
It
we're
is you guys doing the podcast, right? It's not
yes,
some.
we're doing the podcast
Okay.
as well. So if you have any nominees or women that would like to come on our podcast, please go on our website or ping us on LinkedIn. We'll be happy to have as many women to come on board.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, you want the scores from our first round of jokes?
Yes.
Okay. I got Luis, Ricardo, Para. Jody gave you. I think I won that. Maybe we
Oh,
should play for dessert next week. Ray
yes.
and I are gonna grab lunch. So okay. A
We
little
got
after lunch coffee we'll probably need.
let's
Okay.
do it.
All right. Let's go into
Yeah.
round 2.
You
All
go
right,
first
Ray.
now.
I go first. Okay. I like this one, so hopefully this one wins. All right. Ray, this morning I accidentally made my coffee with Red Bull instead of water. I was already on the highway when I noticed I forgot my car at home. Okay. All right.
Good.
What do you got?
I got okay. So what did one eye say to the other?
What?
Between us, something smells.
I like it. All right. I love it.
We're
Okay.
good. Listen, that's what we got.
Same rules. Put S. If you thought my joke was better, put R. And then we're playing for a very expensive coffee for next week.
Yes, that's right.
All right, we got Peter's app as well. Oh, by the way, if you guys want your app featured on a future live stream, just go to appmasters.com/audit, appmasters.com/audit. And I do have some consulting packages on there if you need that as well. All right, let's get into Peter's app. I always want to say like Peter, like Peter Rabbit. That's when my British accent comes out. All right. Store screenshots, first time user experience, subscription, retention. He wants all of it. All right. It is a text summarizer app.
Mhm.
Cool. It's interesting. I don't love the screenshots. I think they look very amateurish. Again, back to my screenshots don't matter. They don't matter as much. When I first launched my app, where I just had literally screens of the app, the
Mhm.
app screens and no marketing message. And I was like trying to prove to everybody that I could make money without ideal screenshots, as long as you have the downloads. And so,
Did you?
but I did. We made 1,000 in that first month with just literally screens of the app. So, but what I would do here is, let's say summary. As long as it has traffic. Okay, he ranks number 1, so that's good. What I'm looking for is paraphrase. I like that. Builder. Text summarizer. I think this might be an AI, but let's see. I want to see if there's any summarizer. Okay, because what I'm thinking is if you can go into summary and just call this summary AI, right? As an example, and then you can call it like article summarizer or text summarizer instead, Pita. That might be interesting because then you can start really leveraging. Because I do think in the future, everything is going to be like blank AI,
Yeah.
right? Like
Dot AI.
resume. What you say?
Dot AI
Dot
summary.
AI, exactly. Everything's gonna be dot AI. So might as well. We missed the dot com, but you got a chance for the AI boom right now. And so I would try to maybe even do it that way. I like this too long, didn't read keyword. Let's see if that is
Mhm.
if he's high ranking pretty well for that one. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's up there. It's not bad. I might keep it
Yeah.
the same. Yeah, but maybe summary AI, but I like this TLDR text summarizer. You probably have room. If you don't, then I really like where you're headed right now. All right. Hopefully it's got downloads. If it's got downloads, go to the app itself. Okay. Well, why not? Welcome to text summary. Save time. Cool. Cool.
You can share it.
Ooh.
Hmm.
It looks just as bad on my phone. I know what you're thinking.
I was just about to say. Also, like, is it very common to see weekly rates over monthly?
Yeah, so weekly is not bad. So from a LTV perspective,
Mhm.
yearly obviously is the best right now, but weekly is second best and monthly has the worst LTV. So I don't mind the weekly here. I think because at a certain point you might just want one article and you're willing to pay a cheaper price rather than being locked in to a long
Month.
yearly thing. The
Yeah.
first week free. So here's what I think you should do, Peter, is I would show all three options. We have found that, and this is not just me, my personal belief, but we have found that three plans work the best. And I think the mistake that most people make with three plans is there's a thing called decoy pricing that I've been talking about for a long time. It's essentially having your weekly and your yearly look like the most optimal, and then having a decoy. And generally, what I've done with my apps is I'll make the 6 month offer just $10 less than the yearly offer. So that is there for a complete decoy. If you want a sample of decoy pricing, just go to your favorite movie theater and just look at their popcorn pricing and their soda pricing, and you'll see that they're sort of tempting you to just buy. Why don't you just buy the freaking large? It's not that much. It's like $2 more, but it's a lot bigger. And so, yeah, like that's how I like to do my plans. And we found that since three plans are the best performing, use that third plan as a decoy. Get them to either your weekly or your yearly, which will get you the highest LTV. And then Pita, this is the worst UI I've ever seen because I cannot read a dang thing. It looks really bad. You want to put the white text over a dark thing. So hire a designer. This is not very good. But hopefully you're making revenues because you got downloads. I'm assuming because you're ranking number one for a few keywords. But I would really optimize this paywall and make it more readable. If I rate you. Yeah,
Um,
nothing to add?
oh,
Okay.
totally agree with that.
Okay. Cool. Let's hit X and see what happens. Cool. I like this. I like that there's that. See, look, this becomes more readable. This is way better than your initial one, Peter. So think through that. And then I'm assuming I wouldn't say subscribe now personally. Oh, and then they chose remove. I wouldn't just say unlock or like unlimited subscript or transcriptions or unlimited summaries, something that's more benefit oriented. Nobody wants to subscribe anything. All right. I like how he has ads too. I love it. That's a good app.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking like maybe showing some top news, but maybe not, right? Like, hey, here, summarize this. So I don't know. But
Some examples.
yeah, some examples. All right. Luke says, are these live streams every week at 9 a.m. Pacific? Yes, Luke. Welcome. to the party. You're a little late, but that's okay. We're always welcoming new parties. Yes, it's 9 a.m. every Friday. All right, let's take a look at the more important thing. Luis says S.
Louis.
Jody, Jody
Yes,
loves the nose ring.
Jody.
Ray,
Thank
you got that one. That's 2-1.
thank you, Luke.
All right, you won that one. You got one more in you, Ray? You?
I've got one more.
All right, and then we'll.
See. That's the break even one, right? It has to be really good. Okay.
Yes.
Wait.
Round 3.
Okay,
It
you go.
always has to be a question and answer. I found that's better. All right, you want me to go first again?
Yeah. Yes.
Ray, you.
Yes.
I'm known
Steve.
to wear some cover up too. Okay, so don't get fooled by this face. There is some cover up here. Do mascara and lipstick ever argue?
No.
Sure, but then they make up.
Uh,
What do you got?
okay. I'm not as theatrical as you. I think you get some extra points for being theatrical. Okay. So, why did the math book look sad?
Why?
Because it had too many problems.
Oh, and I do have a sad one. Where is it? Oh no, not that one. That's a good one. I like that one. I might owe you coffee. All right, let's get into App Buster. Hey Steve, is there any ASO tool that gives you real-time keyword rankings or results, basically that mimics the App Store? App follow sucks sometimes. Literally, dude, it's really hard. I think the APIs are always behind, and so I use a variety of tools. Literally, I go to my phone most of the time, but if you're trying to do other countries, I get it. I don't know of one that is more accurate than the other, but I would say they all have that problem. And so try out a different one and see if they give you better results. But yeah, it does happen that way. All right, Ryu. Is there a prompt, a ChatGPT prompt or tool you want the users to go use right after this live stream?
Not specifically. I think it's very much user oriented. I'm just here to champion AI and encourage people to try it out, try it in your logos, in your website, in your push notification. I'm a big fan of A/B testing as well. So A/B test everything that you do and make sure that you're taking the right route for your user and for your business.
I love it. Well, Ryu's too nice. I'm gonna go say, go on Canva. Honestly, I think ads are very important. Or go into ChatGPT and come up with like, hey, ChatGPT, come up with some keywords of people looking for this type of app, like a chores tracker app that gets people, gives them wins. And then maybe that way you can do keyword research along with app follow as well. So check out Canva, do some keyword research using ChatGPT. And lastly, go check out womanandai.com, where a lot of my friends are the founders. And if you are a woman in AI, or just a woman in general, right? Right? Do you have to?
You don't have to know anything about AI. Just
Okay.
join us, come and chat. We'll network. We'll have fun.
Well, I think I have a candidate. I'll put in Jody's name. How about that?
Hey, Jody.
I want to know her experience from Dragon's Den. She did get 4 offers, so that's amazing in there as well. Ray, if the audience wants to follow you and connect with you in any other way besides womenandai.com, do you want to send them anywhere else?
Yeah, hit me up on my LinkedIn or on my email, and yeah, I'm pretty fast to respond.
Well, if you want to find all that, no, that's too much. Too close. If you want all that information, it is all on womenandai.com. Just go to team, and then you got Ray. It's right here, and her email right there for you. Say hi. Tell her you enjoyed this podcast as well.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ray. Thank you, Jody. Thank you for taking the punishment that I had. And then Luke, good to see you. Welcome to the team, man. And then Luis, good to see you week in and week out. All right, guys. Next week, I'm all by myself. I'm going to try to do these more often this year. So I'm going to break down. I'm going to answer all your questions, just solo episodes. So it's going to be very tiring. The last time we did this, we went long, right? We went an hour and a half. I was just like answering everybody's question.
Wow.
And I'm going to break down and peel back the layers of our own app business, how much money we're making, how many downloads. I'm not going to reveal the apps themselves because I don't want you coming after my keywords, okay? But I will give you the numbers on what we've been able to achieve thus far with some of the ASO strategies and what I'm really thinking about to try to scale up these particular apps. All right, so join us every Friday, Luke, every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific. Have a great weekend. Ray, I'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.